Today I fucked up by writing angry sexual letters to animal villagers. Obligated happened somewhere like 20 years ago. When I was 14, my best friend introduced me to a little game called Animal Crossing. In this game you live in a little town and anyways, if you didn't know, you could write letters to all the little animal villagers. They could write letters to each other, or back to you. One day I was taking out my hormonal energy on all the villagers by writing them angry sexual letter that would be ORTERLINE pretty rapey in nature. I turned out fine. I don't know why I was like that, no worries. We soon learned we could take our save cartridges to each other's house for sleepovers. We could visit each other's village, grab fruit off trees that didn't grow in our home village and sell them for high profits in back home. And even some animal friends would leave your village to go to your friend's village. How cool. It was cool until I got a call on the landline and my mom said it was my best friend who was grounded and couldn't hang out today. When he told me why, he said that his mom was furious about the nasty video game he and his little brother was playing. That's all I knew, and weeks went by and everything was fine until I booted up Animal Crossing only to find a brand new villager in my town. I remember it was a cute goat girl. She introduces herself to me and upon second request for conversation she pulls out this lovely wholesome letter to her, about summer fruits, and fish signed and stamped love, Luke, my best friend. That was the moment I realized I fucked up. I realized that at some point his little brother was playing the game and some innocent little animal decided to show him, with glee, the heinous, obscene sexual letter I sent him. Knowing I sent somewhere like 5 or 6 out to various villagers, there was bound to be more evidence of my disgusting 14-year-old brain. There was nothing I could do. I couldn't go to his house and wipe a save file. That was a cardinal rule of boyhood. Friendships would end at the drop of a save file. I told my friend about it, who then made his little brother a new village, I think on a separate cartridge. He was too young to really notice that it wasn't his original town. All was good and the blood finally rushed back into my body. TL Doctor, I wrote very nasty letters to animal villagers who moved to my best friend's village and enthusiastically showed those letters to his little brother. Lol, that made me laugh. I would send death threats to my villagers, but it never escalated like that. Dear Asher, listen here you porky fucko, I know you bought the goddamned dresser I've been waiting for ages for Nook to get in. And you got the massive curly dick size to invite me to your fucking house party and make me look at it. I swear to fucking Allah I will purge you from this land, you absolute swine filth. I will crusade on the back of my main man Tort and we'll see how much of you can be harvested before you die. Nobody likes you. Your lawn looks like shit. Your room looks like shit. You look like shit. Even Gracie said you're a fucking edgelord weirdo. Do better or get the fuck out. Sincerely, Pussmaster. P.S. Thanks for the peaches, they were yummy. Are the good old days. Come on. Share some of the letters with us. Had a similar experience while playing my brother's friend's save file. The little talking tree in front of your house could say a message to any other players who interacted with it, and his happened to say get the fuck away from my house or this thing will fling shit at you. My grandma wasn't a fan of that one. Fabled villager voices. IT's chicken raper. I send letters to villagers I hate that are mean but like PG-13 mean at best. Maybe New Leaf prevents swears. I forget. While playing with some friends in the same room, my best friend starts laughing maniacally, and when we ask him why, he's like, dude, did you send this bear a letter about how they're a bag of trash and they should go live in the dump because they're a garbage person that deserves less than nothing? Or something along those lines. Oh, yeah? They fucking love it. The villagers love your letters and it's hilarious when the letters are mean. They're like tiny little masochists. Today I fucked up by selling a TV. So I've got this TV that I haven't used or powered on in over a year, and I'm thinking I could sell it for some quick cash. I do a post on Facebook and start getting offers on this ancient, 5 years old, plasma TV. After a few hours of going by the bots, I get an actual customer. We agree on a price and this customer drives out to my house to pick up the TV. Upon her arrival, she does the smart thing anyone buying a TV off the internet would do, asks if it actually works. With a little quick thinking on my part, I realize, I don't have cable, not do I had a DVD player. but I do have an Xbox. Plug in the HDMI cord and presto, the Xbox dashboard. Scroll through a few screens to show all the colors work everywhere and she's satisfied. Now here's where it gets dicey. She takes out her wallet and starts counting the predetermined amount we agreed on. Xbox on the other hand, decides I've been idle too long and shows me progress towards an achievement for Grand Theft Auto 5, a game, mind you, I haven't played in over a year. She sees this and gets wide-eyed and bright red. She yells at me for not disclosing the TV has seen sin, what? And puts everything back into her purse and blesses herself on the way back out my door, stopping just outside to curse my family for 5 generations with bad hullabaloo and then slams my door. I honestly didn't know how to react. I just kind of stood there. Then I poured myself a whiskey. God, I love the Bible Belt. Too long didn't read. Trying to sell a TV online, customer sees I've played GTA and places a curse on my family for the next few generations. How could a Christian curse your family when that's witchcraft? I hadn't even thought of that. That is a good question though. Well, I'm Christian and play the GTA series, so I uncurse you and your generations, I guess. Christians can't really do either of those, so I'm grasping at straws here, ha ha ha. As a Christian I can say with full confidence that this woman is insane. I mean, it's obvious, right? One of the 10 commandments is thou shalt not possess since TVs. I side with the woman. She's a kook. No way for you to have known, and not your fault. You did not fuck up. Today I fucked up by letting my parents believe I have completed my studies and become a chartered accountant, and now I've been living a lie for almost 2 years. Mandatory. This didn't happen today but a couple of years ago. I was visiting my parents because my dad was very sick. He passed away a few months ago. I was struggling with my studies because of this as well. I woke up one day to an email phrased something like, "Congratulations, you have successfully cleared 20 and XI exam. Carrot, only one more to go." Which was a big surprise as I was certain I won't pass, but I did. Ran out screaming, jumping out of excitement, telling my parents that I finally passed, feeling the purest excitement I ever felt. They also got excited and happy. What I didn't know was that they didn't read the full email and thought I have completed my qualification. I realized that later in the evening when I started getting calls from the extended family and friends congratulating me. My mum had called everyone to tell them I finally did it and their son is now a chartered accountant. They were literally planning a party which I fortunately managed to call off. Now, my dad had severe depression and a heart condition. He'd been very ill for almost over a year, with multiple prolonged hospital visits and being bedridden further fed into his depression. I had forgotten how he looked smiling, but that day, when he found out about me, he was not only smiling but laughing, telling jokes, participating in conversations. He was happy, happiest I had seen him in ages. Couldn't possibly bring myself to clear up the misunderstanding. So I decided to keep it that way, thinking it's just one more exam, I can do it secretly. I had to get a full-time job and do regular overtime to pitch in extra because money was tight, to cover the medical bills, which I don't mind at all. But I was earning almost half of what I would if I was qualified, and my parents knew this. They keep telling me to switch jobs, to try harder, etc., which I managed by doing extra overtime and other gigs here and there. Things got fine and I started doing a cash to cover the expenses. But extra work meant less time for studies and preparation. Fast forward today, I am still struggling to clear that final exam. Appearing for it this December. Wish me luck. TL. Doctor, let my parents believe I have completed my chartered accountancy to let my ailing depressed father continue smiling. Now I've been struggling to clear that final exam for almost 2 years. Edit, some spellings and phrasing. Edit 2, thank you everyone for the support and wishes. Let's see how deck goes, then I'll think if an update is due tongue or not. I'm sorry the misunderstanding happened, but I think you did the right thing as a human being, and for that, you have earned my respect. Please don't be sorry. I am happy it happened, got to see him happy. He got quite better too for a while after this. I wouldn't change a thing. I'm sorry to hear that about your dad. I did a similar thing. I told my dying mother I graduated, But I had been taking care of her 24/7 for a year or so I totally messed up my study. But it would just make her feel super guilty, so I just pretended to pass exams and eventually graduate. She died about a month ago and I wouldn't have wanted her to feel like she caused me to quit school. Now you have motivation to finish. R.I.P. Hope you pass your exam, just keep studying. Good luck. Sorry about your dad. But if I was in your situation, I would have done the same thing you did. To see my dad joyful and laughing again would have been a blessing.